Something inside the door latch has definitely let go. And it's kind of unfortunate because this is the original latch for Project Overkill. Project Overkill is a fairly low miles car. You can see here, I've taken the time to blast it, clean it up. I put some cast blast paint on it, and it actually looks really good. And when it comes to replacements, we got a few options. The first option, we could actually take this apart, figure out what has let go, and actually repair it. And typically that's where this channel shines at. We've done that a lot on a lot of parts for this car. But honestly guys, I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to move to the next phase of the restoration. So for now, this kind of goes away. We may revisit it somewhere down the road. Our other option is going to be sourcing one from a donor car. The only problem with that, this is typically what you're going to wind up with. You can see it's got years of crud just baked on it. There's quite a bit of work to get one that looks like this to one that looks like this. Not to mention that by the time you do get one from a donor car, you get it cleaned up, most likely it could have almost the same issue or a different issue once you get it coated. Case in point, this one right here. You can see this one that the latch is moving. So the other option for replacement is to reach out to the aftermarket. And that's what I've done here. This one here came from the parts place and it came in an OER box. Now I'm not sponsored by any of these companies, but I will say this, when I'm searching for an aftermarket part, one of my biggest pet peeves online is generic photos. I cannot stand looking at a stock photo of something that I'm needing to order. For me, I want to see exactly what I'm ordering, trying to compare it to see if it's the right part, just trying to see what differences there are. And if we look at these two side by side, you can tell that they are pretty much identical. There's a few differences right in this area of the latch, but overall, they're pretty much the same part. Pretty simple installation, just 3 screws. The biggest thing for me right now is just trying not to beat up this new epoxy. Tell you what, that looks really good setting in that door. The only problem is I'm going to have to buy one for the other side now so they'll match. Right there's a shot of it inside the door. Okay, before we try this new latch out, let's do something with this terrible looking striker while we're here. So I've got a new stainless striker. This came from Screaming Chicken. Again, not sponsored, but you can see just what a nice piece this is compared to the original GM one. Now I'm just doing a little math to make sure that I get the striker set at the same place the factory had theirs. I'll tell you what a difference that made. I did put 2 1/16 inch stainless steel washers behind it to get the edge of this sticking out exactly where the GM piece was. I'm going to see if I can find one that will come all the way out to right in this area that is a 1/8 inch piece. Okay, so that makes me feel better. There's no reason really to get too carried away with it at this point as far as the adjustment process. We've got a long way to go for final fitment. Plus we don't have the weather stripping installed in the door yet. But that does get us to the point to where we can ask the question, what's next for Project Overkill. And if you've been looking around the garage, you've probably seen maybe a hint or two of where we're going with the restoration. You want to make sure you're subscribed and you've got that bell hit, because in our next video, I'll lay out my plans for what's next for Project Overkill. We'll see you then.